This is the 1995 Nissan Primera P10, the facelift version. We're going to check the main air wing, which is one of the main characteristics of the facelift version of 1995 for the P10 Nissan Primera. An air wing, an air diffuser that extends majorly from acre to acre, from side to side. You can see that the air wing has a very close proximity to the main trunk door. It's literally stuck upon it, attached upon it, not like the other air wings of the Nissan Primera GT P10 of the previous years, that the air wing was an actual up existing attached air wing to the trunk with a volume of space left and right of the diffuser. And so this is an air wing that has a very significant contribution to the downforce of the vehicle, and it's curvial to the left and to the right side, and maintains an actual curvial formation to the rear. This Nissan Primera P10 facelift is the SLX version, and it was ordered by the factory with this air wing formation upon the rear trunk. And my father was a very angular, a very straight line guy according to the design of the car, and he wanted the air wing to be removed. And the dealer was emphatic and was persisting that the air wing is a cosmetic tool and a cosmetic addition to the car, and it also has a significant technical contribution to the downforce achievability for the car airflows. The air wing has two in the middle and one to the right, acre right, attaches screws to the main trunk, and it is removable if by choice someone wants to remove it. Mainly it is composed by plastic, by modified plastic, which is a strengthened polymer plastic entity, and it was never having any. It had never any significant issues of removing any way problematic entity on the car. It has an extensive length of around 1 meter, and I would say 60 centimeters, 1.6 meters. If you add out from the 170 holistic weight of the car some, let's say, 3 or 4 centimeters from the left side and 3 or 4 centimeters to the right side, and mainly it is a cosmetic amenity to the car. The Nissan designers of the P10, they were combining the beautiness of the design with the technical efficiency and the technical performance. And in the highway driving, the kinetics of the car are really unproblematic, and the air wing has a very, very contributional role to the main stability and aerodynamic position of the car on the road. Mainly, the Nissan Primera P10 has an aerodynamic coefficient of resistance that applies to 0.29 CD. CD is the metrical value, is the metrical unit of the airflow resistance. And back in the 90s, the aerodynamic resistance capacity of the Nissan Primera P10 was the greatest in all of the categories: the small category, the medium category, the large category of automobiles. Still, by 2003, this aerodynamic metric resistance of 0.29 is still a very, very good metric value for aerodynamic resistance that cannot be met by the majority of the modern cars. And so we have to congratulate the British and the Japanese designers of the automobile, that they have created a significantly very beautiful automobile and also very efficient to its aerodynamic and engineering performance and state apparatus within the driving experience. And of course there is the contribution of the mask wings that have a very big or large volume or surface with the diffuser in the middle, that achieves great aerodynamic stability and performance. Bilaterally, the Nissan Primera P10, the facelift, had, in particular this car had the factory bumper that was having the air tunnels to the main wheels, two to the left and one to the two to our right position as we are, and one to the left. but that bumper was hit and had to be replaced, so it has become a replacing adjustment of a conventional bumper without the air tunnels to the wheels. So this is a degrade for this particular vehicle, but thankfully we have found, after so many years in existence, a replacing bumper for this model at the same color and so on, adjusting and so on. It has remained with the fog lights, and it's very operational and very workable. We're thankful to God. And returning to the main rear wing, it doesn't have any actual optical embassment for the driver, of viewing of us in the driver's seat, sitting to the rear of the car. It is just an actual rod to the rear end of the car, and it is also quite vintage and quite exotic to observe from the central mirror to the back of the car, this existing air wing. So, according to the aerodynamics enhancements of the Nissan Primera P10 facelift, we can assess that and value that the rear wing is not only beautiful and as an amenity for the vehicle's appearance, but also technically is a performer, an aerodynamic contributor. It makes the Nissan Primera exotic and vintage. I think that the other mate class of the Nissan Primera P10, the BMW 316, the BMW 318, the Renault Laguna, the Volkswagen Passat, the Citroën Xanthia, etc. They were lacking significantly of these additional amenities of the aerodynamic contribution elements, and in the case that they were having them, meaning that these cars, they were having air wings and aerodynamic parts, they were badly or not successfully designed and adjusted to the main cars, to the main design of the car. But for the Nissan Primera P10, it is indeed a very successful visually and technically adjustment of the air wing and of the actual mask and to the previous bumper airflow tunnels. And so we're grateful that we still have this vehicle closing now 28.5 years. This has been a reference to the aerodynamic compartments of the Nissan Primera P10, the 1995 facelift, and thank you very much.